Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Yesterday, Mistral released a new offering in their API. Mistral OCR is their latest model that can perform optical character recognition both in PDF and images, generating structured outputs that contain text and images. They claim to have the highest benchmark scores against other popular solutions like Google and Azure APIs, and also beating Gemini 2.0 Flash, which is widely used in PDF understanding. So if we go to the blog post that they released, we can see that they have like 6 highlights. So they claim to have state-of-the-art understanding of complex documents. They also pinpoint natively multilingual and multimodal, top-tier benchmarks, fastest in its category, Docker prompt with structured outputs, and they also offer the availability for self-hosting, which is targeted for enterprises. So if you can see, and in the website they have added this very nice feature, this slider that you can actually. So this is the input PDF, and this is the output. And one nice thing that they have is they extract images as well. So it's like taking a screenshot of the portion, and they do it very carefully. The output images only contain the white space actually needed. So, and you can see that it performs very well in cohesions as well, keeping the structures, such as these curly braces here, and also in Hindi, in other language you can see here. So, and one nice point is, in this case, they parse their own PDF, and in this PDF, the Mistral.ai image is roughly curved at 30 degrees. And in the output, as you can see, the image extractions seems to be rotation invariant in this case, which is really helpful in some use cases. And you can see some Arabic language here. So let's get benchmarks. We can see that they beat basically everything, and these are both LLM based and more classic solutions like Document and Azure OCR. And they also beat the scores in the multilingual benchmarks, and they have language-specific benchmarks, as you can see here. And we will test it. We will do a demo in a bit, testing it both in PDF and images. And we're going to have 2 languages for the images. And we're not going to use any of these languages here. We're going to use a Greek text to see how it performs. They also claim to be very fast when compared to the other options. So at 2000 pages per minute on a single node, and we're not exactly sure what they mean by single node. I'm guessing like it's a rack of GPUs, but yeah, it seems to be quick. And they also offer the structured output, which is very helpful for agentic workflows. The cost is roughly $1 per 1,000 pages. So when they see pages, like in a PDF, we can easily understand this. So it's like one page of PDF is counted like a page, but an image also counts as a single page. So they charge it this way. So we have a demo code here that we made before. The first test that we're going to do is about a PDF file. So I have found a 35 pages PDF from archive, which has very complex structures. They like very long text, and it also has plenty of images, equations, and all that stuff. If we run this, and this is like don't worry about the key, I will delete it when the video uploads. So we load the client, we load the paper, and if we run this, so this PDF is 35 pages, and I'm guessing they run the system in parallel, and it takes some time because being 35 pages, it is a few megabytes, and my internet is pretty slow, so a few seconds of this will be for the upload function, which takes some time. Yeah, so as you can see, it got processed correctly, and this is a JSON, and let's format this in a single markdown file. We have the markdown. If we preview, we can actually see a pretty well kept structure compared to the original paper. And let's have it side by side to kind of view it. And if we go to this formula, to this table, we can see that it kept a very close structure, and with like all the symbols and all the equations. And if we scroll down, so I'm not going to review the text like line by line, but it seems to be pretty accurate, and like it's the 3.3 non-negative, you can see here, and it has. So one thing that I noted is this is a pseudocode block, and it has this weird output that it seems to not be able to parse correctly, and it actually produces a nice viewable result on this one. Skipping this, we can see that, yeah, it's pretty good. And so in the images, we see the image here, and it has done a pretty good job of parsing it and actually cropping it where it's needed, which is very helpful. When we build workflows and agentic workflows and processing all of that stuff, typically for PDFs we use Gemini because it's cheap, it has native PDF input, and it can produce structured outputs very well. One thing that Gemini lacks is the image output. We cannot extract images, and only the text that we want. And the text is not really so well structured as this one. It's more like free-form text, like forms and that kind of stuff. And the image seems to be working correctly. And let's go to the bottom. Yeah, so it has multiple images here. Let me open. So if this is the native format. If we go to the bottom, we will see this is 817 lines of text, which is like divide this by 30, by 35, by 30 pages. We get roughly way more than 10 pages per, way more than 10 lines per page. And yeah, this is a PDF input. Let's try this on Gemini. And I have done this before. I had the same. Can I view it here? I think I can. No, I can't. Anyway, so I fed the same paper, and it's structured, and you kind of need to prompt it to get it to extract it in a markdown and kind of viewable form. So we need the system prompt, and this is like a very basic one. You can improve this by a lot and having like the structures that you actually want in this one. So it seems to be keeping the text. It doesn't perform as well on formulas, as you can see. So these were mathematical symbols, and here are just like letters. And also these equations, they got like pretty abstract, and of course there's no images here. Yeah, so if we are doing free text like forms and receipts and all that kind of stuff, it can work. But when we want structured outputs with symbols and like not only text but also formulas and images and that stuff, Mistral seems to be a better choice on this one. Let's try to do an image demo. So in our code base, we have two images, actually three. So we have this. I'm not going to do this one because I can't actually read it, so I'm not sure, like, and it doesn't recognize this text at all. We're going to go with this one, which seems to be good, and this will be the first one. So if we scroll, got an error. Oh yeah, the image. And you can see in 4 seconds like single image. If we open this preview, so it was not written by me, correct? It was not here it didn't get correctly. So it has an error in the second line because what I'm reading is it was not written by me in 3 lines. And in the second time, it says if was, not it was. And I mean, this kind of like, it has like a small bend here. So, okay, I'm guessing it could make that mistake. But yeah. And also in this case, it didn't preserve the structure. So if we open it, yeah, so actually we see like the first 2 lines, it is in a single line, and the second it is like it didn't break the lines 3 times, it only broke them twice. But yeah, pretty good performance on this one. And let's try, and I have the third image that I have is a Greek text. So I want to test it one of the languages. So the text is pretty readable. It's not like hard reading that stuff, but the Greek language has different letters than the English ones, and it's not like typically when the models say they show benchmarks about multilingual, they show the most used languages, as you can see. So we have like Russian, France, Spanish, German, and Italian. Yeah, so like because like these are the most commonly used ones. Greek, on the other side, is it's a hard language and it's not widely used. So let's try to test it on this one. And it is, where did it go? Here. Nope. Okay, I didn't change the image. And that's why there's no markdown. So it's processing. It takes a bit longer because in this case it has more text. At least I'm guessing that's why it takes longer. Okay. So let's open preview and open the image. Yeah, it's okay, so it's not correct, definitely. It doesn't detect Greek letters. And okay, some letters are English, some are like, I don't know, seems to be Russian or like this type of languages, not familiar. And yeah, so it seems to not be working on this language. And I actually want to do one more thing. So I didn't see it here. Let's try to find one image in Hebrew. Because I have seen multiple jobs on Upwork asking for OCR on Hebrew language. And let's see how this performs on this one. Because I can understand like Greek like not being, because I'm guessing like there's no model that can actually perform very well on Greek language, so I'm not really surprised that it didn't work in this case, but I think Hebrew should be better. Where is the folder? So we have this one. This is how we spell Hebrew. I think it's correct. So let's change this and where is it? Okay, doesn't seem to work. But why? I mean, the image is pretty good. Let's open it. Okay, so it didn't actually detect the text at all in this case, which is really weird. And I'm guessing like it's not really hard. Let's try in the Gemini. So if we and with a simple prompt, perform OCR on this image. Let's wait to load. And this is the Flash model, not the Pro. We'll see if this works. It will be a lot better. If it doesn't, we'll try the Pro to test it. And it seems to be taking a lot of time. Doesn't usually do this. I mean, it's the Flash model, so it's taking seems to be taking a lot of time for some reason. Okay, yeah, seems to, well, I'm not sure if it's correct because I see English letters, but if somebody knows Hebrew and sees this video, let's check if this is actually correct. Seems to be, because it's 2 lines and the volume of the text seems to be the same. And I'm not sure because the letters here, they are English letters, while these ones are Hebrew symbols. And I'm not sure how this works. But yeah, so as a conclusion, Mistral seems to work best with the base language, with English and like some of the most common languages out there, like German and Italian and French and stuff like this. It seems it doesn't really work for more rare languages, and it's kind of expected because it's a smaller model and it's mostly fine-tuned for that specific use case. The cost is pretty low, so it's comparable with the Gemini 2.0 Flash. We can compare them together because Gemini counts tokens and Mistral counts pages. So we're not sure how to perform the comparison, but they're both very cheap. And Mistral's best use case seems to be the structured output, which keeps a very nice structure of the very nice compared to the original structure, and also the images, which can be very helpful in some cases when you're doing reports and you want cite sources. This seems to be very helpful. So this was today's video. If you're watching this video and you have a business or you want to build an agentic workflow with document understanding, OCR, building reports that can utilize tools like Gemini 2.0 Flash and the Mistral OCR, there is a link in the video description. Click on it and book a one-on-one call with me in order to go over a consultation about your project. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one.